In this episode of Road to Networks, we filmed the last scene of The Slip, but I'm gonna have to jump off the boat into freezing water, and the film team's challenges are gonna be filming on a dinghy, filming a moving boat. Are they gonna be able to pull this off? Because we have one take. So here we are, it's the final scene of The Slip. This is the jump scene. Remember, we foreshadowed this earlier when we said that Jax's biggest fear was to jump.
You know what one of my biggest fears is?
What?
It's not slipping off this boat, falling off this boat, it's jumping.
And obviously, it's almost the theme of the whole movie when his father says to him, finish what you started. That's his fear. He hasn't been able to finish anything. And to finish anything, you have to take a leap. You have to take a leap of faith, you have to jump.
So we're about to do the big jump scene. It's below 50 out here, and it's cold, and I'm ready. I'm trying to acclimate. That's what they tell me to help, but I'm not nervous, I'm excited, but it's still... If you're gonna do your own stunts, do your own stunts. That's all I'm saying. Look at Ian over there and Ollie, they got the big cameras ready. It's showtime.
For Jax, that was jumping off of the boat. That was one of his fears. Playing Jax in the scene, knowing that I was gonna have to jump in the water, let's be real. It was
cold.
It was about 25 degrees or something like that. It was ridiculous. Captain Matt said, you probably should only be in there no more than a minute or so.
Matt just got out of the water. Is the jump scene. What are you thinking, man?
Man, freezing, but it was worth it. Sometimes when you're in these kind of movies, you have to do your own little stunts, and you gotta lead by example, and if I didn't jump, I don't think I was really acting.
When I jumped from the boat, we got a dinghy. If this is the boat, we got a dinghy all the way out here, and they were gonna film in. What you didn't realize is that dinghy, with the natural shift of the water, would move. So what happened to you guys when you were out there?
Well, it was three of us. As Will was driving, we had another DP filming. I was filming on the second camera. And right before we yell action, the whole boat just shifts.
We get a tidal wave.
You can see the footage just shift, and then all of them whip around the cameras.
We were all horizontal so we could film out of each other's way, and by the time he's about to jump, we're all in front of each other. So we all had to just move around and make it work.
Okay, I'm just ducking.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just gonna have to be, you guys are just gonna have to get it.
I remember walking out of it like this, I'm only doing this once. I'm only doing this once. So I can remember just like kind of climbing over there and just, I don't know what made me put my arms out, but even in that moment, I was trying to actually feel what it would be like to do that. There was like a brown siding where my foot was, and I thought I was just at one point, the first time I put my foot down, I was gonna slip and that was gonna be it. Because let me tell you, that was not easy to do.
The whole week I just kept thinking, poor Matt, he's got to jump in this freezing cold water.
It's not like it was like super scary. Like I've jumped out of a plane before, but from a character perspective, I can tell you when you get to that and you have to step over, there's always that natural fear.
It's cold. It's cold. I'm gonna go take a hot shower now, get some coffee in me. But these were the San Juan Islands. This is
Gorgeous.
That's where we filmed the fight scene over there. And
what I also loved, naturally and organically where we were, it was just so pristine that last morning, right before we had to go back in. And to film, we filmed really early too.
Really early, yeah.
Just to get this, because the water was just flat. It was just, everything about it was just perfect.
The production value on this whole week journey was just amazing, especially just tying into the storyline. We started off, it was just, he was confused, he was unclear, it was so foggy and dark, and at the end it was just the perfect morning for the jump scene.
What I loved about this final scene is Jax finally reaches his arc. He finds out in the beginning that his dad has cancer for a second time, and he's challenged with the thoughts of finish what you started, but with all of the series of conversations with Captain Matt, all of the nightmares, is he able to find that secret in the art in his own head, just like the secret of the art was with the Templar? Did Jax do it? And he did. He had to face his fear for him to finally realize what his dad said. Write your movie. Finish what you started. That's The Slip. Hope you enjoyed it. Here's the final scene. We'll see you guys on the flip. Waking up the next morning, The air was crisp and my mind felt clear for the first time. The ink connected to the paper with a different flow as I felt this fog that consumed me lifted. As I looked up and I saw the front of the boat, I felt an urge to jump in that cold water. A baptism of sorts. Letting go of my past finally and starting fresh. I always feared living in the uncomfortable and being alone. But today I felt different. I walked to that front of that boat. With confidence. I stepped over that edge, and in that moment, I know what my dad meant. I can finish what I started. And with one blind step, I jumped.